can't lose 5 in a row at home. This is a tired team right now. They didn't have the same energy that they did down in Fort Lauderdale.
Atlanta United players say coaching changes are part of the business, and that business is driven by results. Atlanta currently 13th out of 15 teams in the MLS Eastern Conference standing.
You know, that in broad strokes, I think that talent is 80% of the equation and coaching is 20%. So, but as a pragmatic manner, the thing you can change in the middle of the season is the coach.
Rob Valentino is the interim head coach, his second time in that role after a head coach was let go.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. There's two conflicting emotions I'm having, and both are true. I'm sad for what's happened. There's 3 people that were friends, that were staff members, that now don't have work.
You know, I met with Gonzalo and his staff and tried to handle that with the appropriate gravitas to make sure that they felt respected on the way out. So in terms of passing that torch, you know, we knew Rob had done the job before, and he was prepared and capable to do it.
There's going to be some competition. I'm not going to guarantee playing time.
We felt like we were going to find out about our team.
The disappointing season of 2024 continues.
We said publicly, you know, that we didn't feel that this was the reason why the team was doing poorly. In other words, it was not the coach's fault, but we wanted to give the players in the locker room an opportunity to prove themselves and to see if, with a different voice, would they rebound, would the team take off on a more positive trajectory. So that's what we're working towards.
Rob Valentino, no DP9.
The shared ownership and then the shared success, that is equally the same.
International tournaments taking away other players. Major reset for Garth Lagerwey.
Enjoyment each day.
Players speak highly of Valentino and say the goal still is making the playoffs.
What has gone on is a shared responsibility, myself included, big time.
Shared ownership, like this is not one person's fault. This is not one staff member's fault. It's not one player's fault. This is a collective.
First up, as we dive into the news,
Giacomakis to Cruz Azul
arrived in Mexico a few days ago to do his medical, do the final details.
The second part is that Gigi will be transferred to Cruz Azul.
The Giacomakis era in Atlanta is ending.
We can have whatever transfer plans we want. The player's permission is required. It's not requested, it's required. Now there's different levels of, hey, I want to go, hey, I have to go, hey, you got to let me go. Obviously, I'm not in the room for all of Gigi's conversations with the other team, but I think he got his process pretty far along and felt like you know, he really wanted to do it. And I think then if we're able to work out a fair deal, even though in their short-term pain, you're probably better off long-term, because what the player's telling you is, hey, I don't want to be here long-term. And you know, we offered Gigi Bouanga money. So he would have been one of the best strikers, best paid strikers in the league. And you know, he was able to get something that he liked better than that, and you know, fair play to him.
Whoever's here in the moment, like this is where really my focus is at.
Rios has it knocked away from him, gets it back. Backfield now to Brennan. Brennan's cross, Amano shot, save, rebound, score!
I want to win. I'm really competitive and I want to win every chance we can step on the field.
This is the first day of the next step of moving forward.
Daniel
Liam
Rios!
was here as goalkeeper coach. He's been somebody that's been, one, loyal to the club, loyal to myself.
We've scored 2 goals.
We've been, you know, in shouting arguments.
We didn't score any for 20-odd games, and now all of a sudden I'm a genius. I don't understand how this works.
Bounces off into the edge of the 6. Tavago shot! Score! Goal! Watson!
Hugging each other when we're celebrating goals. Matt was somebody that the last time we did this, he was in the trenches with us.
I reached out to him and said, hey, just wishing you all the best, you know, whatever I can do to help.
Almada coming down the near touchline, stopping 40 yards from goal, now colliding with Fortune.
Carl Robinson is one that can highlight your strengths and weaknesses. You take every game as it comes and be really present in where your feet are.
Staying on it, into the central channel.
And then at the end, he ended up that little bit of quality, a little bit.
Pass fell to the top of our shot.
I think players, especially players who are pretty good players, are going to respond.
Strikes it, save, rebound, score!
To say, hey, I want to have a place in this new plan going forward.
It's so intense when you're here.
Rob Valentino has them unbeaten in 4.
They're playing so well, and we're just so close.
It turns out I can't actually control what happens during the game. I wouldn't say I enjoy watching the game. I try to stay relatively calm most of the time.
Oh, good through ball now to Almada. Way ahead, Rios back to Almada. Top of the arc, dribble, shot, score!
We really like Rob, and we're rooting for Rob. We think he's pulling the guys together.
We're right there, and we just need to keep fighting.
Spot, shot, score! Bernardowski. Sending it down, little TRA, shot, diving save, Catherine!
At what point did you realize what was happening?
I seen him starting to creep. And I was next to Robbo, and I thought, I don't want to say anything to jinx it, because I'm thinking he doesn't see him here.
Here's a steal off TRA, who will turn it, shot!
Fee. Thiago Almada played his last game with the club last Saturday. A week later, he's been officially transferred.
I think one of the things that I'd like us to emphasize a little bit more going forward is, can we create stability? So can we take the guys who are making the big contracts, the attacking midfielders, the attacking players, the forwards, and can we keep them here for a little bit longer period of time where they are coming to play for Atlanta United? They're not coming in the hope that they're going somewhere else. I think you make your own luck, and it comes down to the foundation of the club and the character in the locker room and the desire to win those games.
And everybody sacrificed something just to get in this room. I think about individuals as things start to pop up. Matt's missing a honeymoon with his wife. She's on a trip on her own. But it's a fucking choice. You've made a choice to stay committed to a group, to be here in this moment. So that's one thing, and that's something about sacrifice and being here. You always have to sacrifice something. And if you want something big, you're gonna have to sacrifice. Okay? But why do we do it? Why the f do we do this? I think it's because we love it. We really fucking love what we do. And I think we love being around each other, with people we do it with, to create memories. So on nights like this, remember what you sacrificed and create another fucking memory that's gonna last a lifetime that you can pass down. So let's go. Come on! Come on!
On 3. 1, 2, 3. Right off his line, and Rioli slams it into the open net. Under the 18 to Lena, top of the arc, left through to Schleich. Shot over the cross, the top of the box. Shot tipped wide of the near post. Right corner of the 18, cross the back post, falling into the goal by Rioli.
Atlanta United back on the pitch on Saturday versus Real Salt Lake, and it was
could be a matter of things getting worse before they get better, but who knows? Time.
Let's not speak of this one again.
Anybody that's come into the group new, whether it's Robbo or it's been Matt, we need to have a group that's solid together and that we have a certain standard of what we work at.
Stick together when it gets tough. Enjoy it. You'll get through it and then get to play your stuff.
Expectations are external. They're outcome based. The expectation is that you're a better team. The expectation is that you win the game. But what I'm after is standards. Standards are how you are every single day. That's internal. It's the type of father you are. It's the type of husband you are. It's the type of brother you are. It's the type of teammate you are. Those are internal standards that I'm after.
And what has been a forgettable season for Atlanta United
continues with their third straight loss in this losing streak across all competitions.
We knew this was coming, but now it is official. Atlanta United has transferred Caleb Wiley to Premier League powerhouse Chelsea. Wiley joined Atlanta United's academy back when he was 11. Now, at 19, he can shine on the world stage.
One of the best soccer clubs in the world. An amazing moment for Wiley and his family.
It's a kid that grew up in Atlanta. His family has a huge footprint in Atlanta, a big part of their community, and he has given everything for this town.
Look, there is no better story than Caleb. I mean, coming out of Atlanta and being an Olympian like that in and of itself is an incredible, story for any young man. The movie wouldn't do it justice. It's a fairy tale.
There's a little bit of sadness that he's leaving Atlanta and all he's known his whole life. But at the end of the day, the support won't ever go away.
It's time for him to go on and do some pretty amazing things in Europe. But I know Atlanta's been a huge piece of who he's become. And that was a really cool moment for him to showcase that.
It wasn't pretty, but it is history. The CF Montreal, 7 games now unbeaten and starts a 2-0 in a row, and a much-needed victory claimed over 10-man Atlanta United.
Why, when we're down, man, to be the way to play. We're down, man. We played better. We played more brave. Better than we did when it was 11-11. Why is that? So the way I approach this, our team in life right now, I don't have anything to lose. If we lose the games, win the games, it doesn't matter at the end of the day as long as I'm giving everything. I can't accept losing. I can't accept it because every day I check in and do my job as best I can. If I'm not good enough at the end, no problem. I'll hold my hand up. It's okay. For me, you've got nothing to lose. Because if we go at these games and we've given everything, all right, fine.
When you go away from home in this league, you boys know you stay in the game. You stay in the game. You had your best 5 minutes, 6 minutes of period of football, start the second half. Cobby comes to you, pass, overhit to Ronnie. We lose that battle, they transition, they score on the back stick. That's what happens.
Carl Robinson is one that the club had asked me to bring another staff member on, which I'm super grateful for. I thought it was a great idea.
We knew we wanted to get Rob some more experience, somebody who had been a head coach before, to help him out on his staff because the losses of Diego and Eugenio were significant. We couldn't just put Rob out there by himself.
When we talk about concentration and moments, it's not you and it's not you. It happens. We don't put out fires. Right, then we go down a man. Right? But I'll tell you what you do, and I just said to Robin there, you showed a bit of fight and a bit of character. It's not easy with 10. It's not easy. But how can you replicate that when we're playing on Wednesday at the start of the game? And I'll say to you, don't play safe.
Obviously, Rob spoke to him, and Rob was excited about him, and that's usually the best decisions when you get the front office and the coaching staff aligned.
Robbo's done it he's done it in this league and been highly successful in Vancouver. He did it in a different country, so he showed that he can go and adapt to a different environment. And then he's been an assistant for a very high-profile manager and done it in different ways in 2 different countries again. Robbo for this time, he's exactly what we needed, and myself in general. He's been so helpful. And I don't mean that because we win games or lose games or whatever the outcome happens. The day-to-day and how much better he's made myself and everybody in there, we'll be really grateful for having him.
Dwell on it tonight, tomorrow you wake up, it's gone. We got a game Wednesday and we're going to attack that game with what he wants in relation to being positive and proactive and all these things, right?
All right, so you want me to talk you through this then, yeah?
We're going for the ball, huh? We're going for the ball. No, we're doing on the kickoff.
A lot of teams have tried it. PSG, Real Madrid, but Bournemouth, I think, might have been the first one. And they scored from it.
Listen, we get that kickoff, we go for it, yeah? Come on. 2 minutes. 1-0 after 10 seconds, eh? Come on, we execute tonight.
New York City plays with a really high back line. Knowing that, the intent was to try to get in behind them as quick as we could.
We know we're going to be on the play. We have nothing to Let's go! Win on 3, 1, 2, 3, win!
Basically, we went with 2 runners on both sides in here, one taking the kickoff to play back. As soon as they play back, he kind of comes to that halfway point, turns, and as that's happening, these guys are on the move. So as it goes back, it's playing a little up, back and through. Getting behind one of these two runners, whether they could get 2 goals straight away or hopefully playing it into an area for them to be able to score.
Match night with Atlanta playing from right to left and Lobjanidze getting in for Rios to score! That's inside 20 seconds, folks, and that's the start they needed!
As always, as coaches, we leave the playing up to the players, and it was a matter of, you know, them seeing what the game was going to give them at that period of time, and again, still being able to put a team under pressure right off the bat. So then hopefully the mentality shows that anyone that comes into Mercedes-Benz Stadium is hopefully going to be on the back foot while we're kind of aggressive on the front foot.
Cross caught at the near post, and it's 2-0. Dives in front of Fortune, play on. Magno then goes down, penalty! And scores, and New York City has overcome a 2-goal deficit. Atlanta United, for the second time this year in this stadium, has blown a 2-goal lead.
Look, I want to choose my words carefully, so I'm raging. The first half is exactly what I said. Go and be brave, go and be positive, go and put a performance together. I put that quote in there, and I said that the ship is not meant for just to sit in harbor. That's not what a ship's meant for. And you went and showed that in the first half. The second half was completely different. You parked, sat there. Nowhere in there did we address that. We talk about sitting there. We can't come out in the second half like that, guys. We worked so hard to get there in the first half. It was really enjoyable. We should be up by more than 2. You can't give little things like that away in this league. We have to learn that lesson now. It has to start now. We can't drop points like that. We gotta recover and go again. There again, no excuses. Pick your heads up and go again, because we're gonna go and attack the next game. We have to. We have no choice. There's nothing to lose.
Columbus plays the best soccer in Major League Soccer. They are the best team in the league since Wilfred Nancy walked in the door.
Atlanta United finds themselves trailing 1-0 at halftime. Sends it into the back post. Header, score! Set piece goal! Set piece goal! It's finally happened, and it's Stan Gregerson! Feels like it has been all Atlanta here in the last 20 minutes. It's a 1-1 match in the 76th minute. Saba sending it in to the back post. Header, score! Again, it's Gregerson! This place is going crazy! Atlanta United defeats the MLS Cup champion Columbus Crew! They come from behind to do it, and say his name! Stan Gregerson is the hero!
Long road to go, but I'm really proud of you guys. It's a memory that we'll have. It's a memory we created together, just a part of our story as we kind of move forward with the rest of the season. So I'll give you guys tomorrow off. I know you already had it. I'll give you tomorrow off. I'll give you tomorrow off. But then we're gonna attack a different tournament. So our mindset's gonna have to change towards one tournament. There's 2 games. We'll take the first one as it comes. That's a really good chance for us to showcase ourselves on a different stage. So let's rest, recover, enjoy your day off, and that's it. Play music again.
Atlanta United drawn into Group East 7 alongside DC United and Santos Laguna of Mexico. 2 teams from each group go into the knockout round. If you get a win, a regulation win, you're going to be in good shape.
DC United is torching Atlanta United. 3 goals in the first 32 minutes. Out though to Saba at the top of the 18, dribbles forward, cuts right, shot, score! One of the wildest first halves. I think that was 3-2. DC United leading Atlanta United at
going to win us the game now.
Leads down the middle for TRA, perfect ball. TRA dribbling in, bumped down at the end of the 6. No, a finger wag from the referee. No penalty. Tristan Moyamba is coming off for Pedro Amador, making his Atlanta United debut. Centering to Saba, left side of the 6, back to TRA, tripped up in the penalty spot. Penalty! Strikes it. Score! But they're going to blow for full time, and we're going to go to a shootout here in this opening match of the 2024 Leagues Cup. Josh puts the arms down, Click up to the ball, strikes it, and save! Poorly taken by Click, and Cohen diving to his right. Here's the first Atlanta attempt. McCarty up to the ball, strikes it, and scores! The early lead in this best-of-5 shootout. Benteke stutters up to the ball, strikes it, and roofs it over Cohen, and it's 1-1. Hopping and tapping the crossbar, Lennon up to it, strikes it, save. Bono. And now, through one round, we're even at 1. Herrera up to the ball, strikes it, and scores. Firmino gets the whistle, he's up to it, he strikes it, and scores! He strikes it, scores. 3-3 as we go to round 5. Behind it, he's up to it, he strikes it, and scores! It is now 5-4 DC. 5-5 after 6 rounds. Strikes it and scores. Strikes it, save. Game over. They count it. DC gets the bonus point. Atlanta United still gets a point and basically now controls their own destiny to advance out of the group stage as long as they get a favorable result against Santos Laguna next Sunday.
Hey, it's what I said the last time. Sometimes there's the moments you play for. Show some bravery, show some. You left it all out there, okay? Now the last thing to do is step up to the plate. Hey, I'm proud of each and every one of you. I don't give a outcome here. Be brave, go on, show some fucking bravery. Come on, believe that we're gonna believe that we always say together on 3. 1, 2, 3, together! Come on!
He's up to it, he strikes it, saved! Diving to his left is Acevedo, and now Santos Laguna can win it to send Santos into the knockout round. He strikes it and scores! And Atlanta United, for the second straight year, is out of Leagues Cup in the group stage due to a shootout loss. They still have never won a shootout in this building. The disappointing season of 2024 continues. They will have 3 weeks to ponder their next league match.
Yeah, no one's going to feel sorry for ourselves or sorry for us. But yeah, I'm disappointed that we didn't advance to tournament. I thought we should have. We got 9 games left, 9 regular season games. Okay, I've got some ideas of the objectives from the objectives we talked about, some goals that I think we can hit. But ultimately now all the focus is on the league. We're going to the playoffs. And that's the direction I'm going. I hope you're going with me. Enjoy your time off. See you guys.
Sorted for tickets for both games. I can text you afterwards. Do you think he'd be an upgrade to our team? Do you think our group becomes more effective?
I would be confident he could come here and score goals. I'd be surprised if he's still available through the weekend, if I'm honest. That's going to be, I'll stay on top of it, but I do think that's going to be a challenge.
Okay. Well, we should prepare a contract offer for him.
New midfielder Alexey Miranchuk signed attacking Alexey Miranchuk, who was playing in Italy. The 28-year-old will take up a designated player and international roster spot.
Everything to play for. How will our story this season end?
To all of our fans, thanks for suffering with us a little bit. But we're gonna put a product on the field now that is gonna compel you to watch us.
Yeah, maybe it's a fairy tale. We'll see, right?
I guess you'll have to fast forward to the end of this, right?